Now let's dive deep in this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Reverend Robert Hadley. Let's queer up USA view on controversial trans MAGA activist Sophia Hutchins killed in a tragic ATV accident. Sophia Hutchins, a transgender conservative activist, once rumored to be Caitlyn Jenner's girlfriend, has died in a horrific ATV crash in Malibu. She was 29. The accident happened around 11:30 a.m. last week near Jennifer's Malibu condo. Authorities say Hutchins was speeding when her all-terrain vehicle rear-ended a gray Mazda. The impact launched her ATV over a 350-foot ravine, tragically landing on a previously crashed car. Hutchins was pronounced dead at the scene. No one else was injured. Sergeant Eduardo Saucedo of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office said in the Daily Mail, "It looked like she tried to maneuver to go around it, but she was going too fast and just ended up clipping the other vehicle. It caused her to veer off and go off a cliff there." Toxicology reports are pending. Hutchins was known for her appearances on Fox News and her role on the board of Log Cabin Republicans, a group that opposes trans civil rights. She supported the current president's re-election campaign, and even his administration enacted policies to harm the transgender community. She met Caitlyn Jenner in 2015 and served as her personal manager and was on the board of CEO of the Caitlyn Jenner Foundation. Despite years of public speculation, Hutchins has denied any romantic involvement. Hutchins' death leaves behind controversy, grief, and complex legacies. This is a sad story. A person died. This isn't trans news. Isn't news other than a person tragically died. That she was a conservative trans person is not news. I don't need to give them any platform, any voice. It's sad news. May her soul rest in peace.
I think it's an important thing to look at, like, how the dangers of the reckless MAGA death style. Like, these people, they live very reckless lives, and it's sad to see them die, but is it really a shock that she drove an ATV and recklessly hit someone else's car and then veered off a cliff that apparently has had other cars crash down there, which makes me wonder what the heck Malibu is doing with their roads, but that's a whole other discussion. But I'm sadly not shocked that a MAGA extremist ends up in this situation. Are any of us really shocked?
Well, I'm not sure I knew who she was when I first read of this story. I had to do a little homework to figure out who she was. I thought it was being more of a story because of her connection to Caitlyn. But I think it's sad that her view on life and her view on the community at large, that's what's sad, because she had the potential for impacting a great deal of negativity and a great deal of action against our community. And just because she could afford it as a blonde white woman, or the appearance of a blonde white woman with her MAGA face, that, tough shit. This is my world and you live in that world, and I'm going to take what I can from you. And that's just that's the sad part of this whole story.
It's sad, but also reminds us we probably shouldn't put too much emotional weight into concerning, because people of her ilk, they don't give a crap about any of us. If any of us died tomorrow and Fox and people that she's friends with on Fox were for some reason to cover it, it's not to say how sad it was. It would be to either make fun of us or try and point out that this is where homosexuals end up. So that's why I just don't have the sort of...
It just reminds us there are people who hate themselves.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn Jenner was definitely part of that from the beginning. She's always hated herself, and it shows in her relationships to the world around her, to other people, and a response to the transgender community. She's a person who needs some mental help. We'll leave it at that.
Alrighty. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.